Hi guys, so today we're going to develop a roll of Delta 400 with coffee. Let's get started. So yeah guys, you didn't hear me wrong. We're going to try and develop this roll of Ilford Delta 400 with not coffee per se. There's definitely coffee in it, but it is what's called Caffenol. Caffenol is a homemade developer made from coffee, washing soda, vitamin C or ascorbic acid, and potassium bromide, but in this case we're going to use iodized salt. The recipe I'm going to use came from the Caffenol cookbook, which I found online. I'll leave a description to the PDF down below. I've also had some helpful tips from a few analog friends that I know as well. Okay, so for the Delta 400, the massive dev chart says that we should use the Caffenol C-L recipe. So to start with, we need 43 grams of washing soda. The recipe actually calls for less, but that's because it is pure washing soda, so there's no water in it. The washing soda I have here from Arm & Hammer, actually it has some water into it, so we've added a bit more to the recipe to account for that. I think it's 2.7 times the normal amount. So I'm going to weigh out 43 grams and I'm going to dissolve that in 1 litre of water. Starting to think I might need a bigger jug. We'll see how we go with it. And the next ingredient is 10 grams of vitamin C or ascorbic acid. I've heard and seen videos of people using the vitamin C tablets, but from what I understand is they're filled with quite a lot of bulking agents. Which can be quite annoying to have on your film. Oh, that's nice and fizzy. Next ingredient is our iodized salt. Now because I'm using iodized salt, the recipe says to use about 10 times the amount of the potassium bromide, which is, it calls for 1 gram. So for this I had chatted to one of my analog friends called Martin. Hiya Martin, if you're watching this, and he said based on the iodine in my salt that I might need 35 grams. So we'll go for that and see how we get on. I'm trusting you, Martin. So the last but important ingredient is our coffee. This is just the cheapest coffee I could get from a local shop. Cheaper the better because it seems to be more acidic. So we need 40 grams of this. I really hope this doesn't overflow. Now this is where I have heard that it starts to get really smelly. So let's see. Just mix this in a bit at a time. Okay guys, so this is our lovely Caffenol C-L brew. I had to split it into 2 separate jugs to try and mix it, because this one, as you can see, is quite full. It has weirdly produced a lot of crema for all you coffee drinkers out there. But yeah, the smell, for me, it's not like other people have been saying it smells like burnt rubber. To me, I get a weird kind of fishy smell. of it. Comment down below if you have experienced that. It's not the worst, so I'm kind of thinking, have I done this right? But I think it's as dissolved as much as I can. From what I've read in the Caffenol cookbook as well, is that the coffee needs just a few minutes for proper dilution. So I'm just going to stir this for a few more minutes. I already have our film inside our Patterson tank, so it's ready to go once this is had a bit more time. I think it should be just about perfect. Yeah, it's sitting there just 20 degrees, so it's good to go. Look at that. It just looks like a very big jug of espresso. So it's been another 5 minutes and I've just pre-soaked my film at 20 degrees and same temperature as the Caffenol for 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in the developer. Now, one thing to note, you want to use this developer straight away. You don't want to store it or anything like that. It's fairly cheap enough that you only want to make it once and throw it away. So if I look at the massive dev chart for this, this will be my first time actually doing a stand development as well. So it will be 1 minute of agitation at the start, and then it's just another 59 minutes. 59 minutes, and then we'll use our Ilford Ilfo stop, and then we'll fix it with our rapid fixer for 5 minutes. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to move my phone out of the way in case I spill some of this. Let's get started, guys. Now I'm only going to use about half of this just to fill the tank. Yeah, that should be good. A little bit more. And then I'm going to start the timer and start agitating. It really does smell like fish, guys. That's it, guys. Now it's just a matter of waiting. And I think I'll go and have myself an actual cup of coffee and throw this one out. See you in an hour, guys. Or for you, another second. There's just 1.5 minutes left of the development time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour out the Caffenol and just give it a few rinses in 20-degree water, and then I'm going to apply my Ilfo stop and then my fixer. But what I'll do is I will jump back to use when I have everything finished and washed. So here we go. This is our developed roll. Well, I say developed, I'm not quite sure, but let's have a wee look. There's definitely frames. Oh wow. There you go, guys. So that actually worked. That's amazing. So I'll hang these up, guys, and then we can take a closer look at them. Here's a closer look at some of our frames, guys. They seem like they've turned out quite well. Now this was a snowy day, so some of them are going to be probably quite bright. Some of them further down seem quite dense, though I had a look at them through, I held them up to the light there and they seem actually pretty decent. So what I'm going to do is let these dry and then I'll get them into the scanner, and luckily you guys don't have to wait, so that's the highlights from that roll, guys, that we developed with Caffenol. Yeah, it's the next day for me. I started this video probably at midnight, and by the time the roll was developed, dried and scanned, it was probably about 3 in the morning. So yeah, I'm definitely crazy, considering this was my first time trying Caffenol, and I'm really pleased. The grain is quite nice, it's not unbearable, and the contrast is nice, and just the details in some of the pictures are really strong. Let me know what you guys think. If you've ever tried Caffenol before, if you haven't tried it, I really recommend giving it a go, just for fun, or if you want to try something new, or you don't have any of your standard developer. So that's everything for today, guys, and don't forget to leave us a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell as well to see when there's more content available.